On Dave Ramsey's YouTube show, he claimed that permanent life insurance sucks 100% of the time. In today's video, we'll take a look at exactly what Dave said, and then I'll give my response. Okay, let's begin with the first clip.
Brittany is with us in Johnson City, Tennessee. Hi, Brittany. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay, so my husband and I got FPU for our wedding, and we didn't get to the insurance part before we purchased our life insurance, and we got part permanent and part term. And, of course, we watched the insurance part last night, and we just got the life insurance about a week ago. So I texted our financial advisor and said we immediately wanted to get rid of the permanent and just have term. And he said, Dave Ramsey is talking about whole life permanent insurance, not portfolio-based permanent insurance, which is what you have. So is it still bad? Should we still just get the term?
Yeah, apparently he doesn't know much about Dave Ramsey. Okay, Dave Ramsey does not ever invest. I was real clear in the lesson. You heard me.
Yeah.
I never tell you under any circumstances to use life insurance as an investment vehicle. 100% of the time, it sucks.
So Brittany got married, watched Dave's video series on personal financial planning, but not before purchasing a portfolio-based life insurance policy. By the way, a portfolio-based life insurance policy is just another name for variable universal life. When she confronts the advisor about Dave Ramsey's position on cash value life insurance, the financial advisor says, "Oh, Dave Ramsey hates whole life insurance, not the type of life insurance you have." To which Dave Ramsey responds, "This guy doesn't know Dave Ramsey, because if he did, he'd know that I think cash value life insurance sucks 100% of the time." Let me begin with a caveat about Dave Ramsey that I include in all of my videos critiquing his advice. Dave Ramsey is a one-size-fits-all, paint-by-the-numbers general dispenser of financial planning advice. He has dumbed down his message so that the lowest common denominator in our country can understand and implement it. I don't dispute that he's helped a lot of people along the way, but here's the problem. His approach doesn't leave a lot of room for nuanced, customized recommendations for the disciplined investor that doesn't happen to be mired down in debt. To be successful, Dave has to project a single monolithic message that all his listeners can implement, even if that message isn't necessarily vindicated by math or academic research. For example, it would be far too difficult for him to say, you should have permanent life insurance in context A, B, and C, but not in context D, E, and F. To give nuanced recommendations on all financial subjects, Dave Ramsey would have to become an expert in all financial subjects, and he has neither the time nor the resources to do so. So as a result, you'll frequently hear dogmatic recommendations from Dave Ramsey, such as always pay your house off as quickly as you can, or never do a Roth conversion if you're within 5 years of retirement, or never hold bonds in your portfolio no matter how old you are, or in this case, never have permanent life insurance because it sucks 100% of the time. Well, I could produce reams of academic studies that show why Dave Ramsey is profoundly wrong on every one of these subjects. But in today's video, I want to focus specifically on his claim that cash value life insurance should never be implemented. Now, for starters, permanent life insurance is not the silver bullet it's made out to be on TikTok. Social media is the wild, wild west when it comes to compliance and regulation, so you should be extremely leery of any video that makes permanent life insurance out to be some sort of panacea. The truth regarding permanent life insurance is somewhere in between the 100% sucks all the time position that Dave Ramsey has staked out and the 100% awesome all the time position that you often see on social media. Folks, if you're looking for the best strategy that fits your particular situation, you have to take a nuanced approach. Financial planning is never black and white. And unfortunately, Dave Ramsey's financial planning worldview is shot through with black and white financial planning recommendations. In today's video, I'll give you just a few instances where life insurance does not, in fact, suck 100% of the time. The first context I'll talk about is long-term care. Long-term care is something you should be thinking about because there's a high chance that either you or your spouse will need it, and if you're not prepared, you could burn through a lifetime of savings in just a few short years. The problem is, most people are loath to get traditional use it or lose it long-term care insurance. You could pay premiums for 30 years, die peacefully in your sleep, never having needed it, and you don't get any of your money back in the end. With most cash value life insurance policies, you can receive your death benefit in advance of your death for the purpose of paying for long-term care. And should you die peacefully in your sleep 30 years from now, never having needed long-term care, someone's still getting a death benefit, probably your kids or your grandkids. So there isn't that sensation of having paid for something you hope you never have to use. This is perhaps why the Wall Street Journal is now talking about permanent life insurance, or what it refers to as hybrid policies, as the very best way to mitigate the risk of long-term care in retirement. Okay, so I've already made the case that cash value life insurance doesn't suck 100% of the time. If that were the case, I don't think the Wall Street Journal would be trumpeting its benefits. The second context in which permanent life insurance doesn't suck is when used as what I describe as a volatility shield in my best-selling book of the same title. If you adopt the Dave Ramsey recipe for investing, you put 100% of your money into a 100% stock portfolio for your entire life. When you get to retirement, if you follow the financial planning industry's gold standard for sustainable withdrawal rates, you constrain yourself to retirement distributions of 4% of your retirement portfolio per year, adjusted for inflation. That means that if you have $1 million in your IRA, the most you could take out in a given year is $40,000, adjusted for inflation, and still have a reasonable expectation that your assets will last through life expectancy. The reason the 4% rule is as low as it is because if you take any higher distributions in a year following a down year in the market, it could send your portfolio into a death spiral from which it never recovers. If, however, you build up 3 or 4 years worth of living expenses within a cash value life insurance policy, I prefer Index Universal Life, then you won't have to withdraw from your retirement portfolio in the years following a down year in the market. You can simply take tax-free, zero-cost loans from your IUL. That gives your portfolio a chance to recover before you take further distributions. This act alone can double your sustainable withdrawal rate to as high as 8%. If you want to see the math behind this, I do a deep dive in my best-selling book, The Volatility Shield. The final context in which permanent life insurance, specifically Index Universal Life, doesn't suck 100% of the time is when used as a bond replacement. When structured properly, IUL will give you returns of 5 to 7% net of fees over time without taking any more market risk than what you're accustomed to taking in a savings account. And while this isn't going to compete with your stock market portfolio, it will absolutely outperform your bond portfolio over time. I've long echoed the words of Tom Hegna, who said that if you reach into your retirement portfolio, remove the bonds and replace them with cash value life insurance, you'll increase your returns, lower your risk, lower the standard deviation of your entire portfolio, and experience a better outcome over time. In short, Dave Ramsey likes to speak in one-size-fits-all axioms. And while this approach may be helpful to millions of Americans who are floundering in debt and have a rudimentary understanding of basic retirement planning principles, it is almost never the mathematically superior solution. In fact, in some cases, his advice will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of your retirement. If you feel like you have just a modicum of financial discipline and sophistication when it comes to investing, then you should reject most of what Dave Ramsey tells you out of hand, including the recommendation to avoid cash value life insurance 100% of the time. If you would like to adopt a balanced, comprehensive approach to tax-free retirement that shields you from the impact of higher taxes, head on over to davemcknight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'm happy to refer you to an advisor in the Power Zero network that has been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.